Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. S.K. Raza, former Director, Institute of Pesticide Formulation Technology and also former Joint Director, Defense Research and Development Organization, Gwalior. Today we are going to talk on module Analyzers in Mass Spectrometry under the paper Atomic Spectroscopy. The aim of this module is to introduce the various types of commonly used analyzers in mass spectrometry, to describe the ion separation processes in these analyzers, and also to discuss the benefits, limitations, and applications of these analyzers. At the end of this module, one should be able to explain the advantages and disadvantages of using various types of mass analyzers, list the main components of the various mass analyzers, understand the principles behind each type of mass analyzer, and understand the operative modes of various mass analyzers and when to use each one of them. Introduction. After ions are formed in the source region, they are accelerated into the mass analyzer by an electric field. And I have already told you that after the ionization chamber, analyzers are placed in a mass spectrometer where the separation of the ions takes place. The mass analyzer actually separates these ions according to their mass to charge ratio or M/Z values. The selection of a mass analyzer depends upon the resolution, the mass range, the scan rate, and the deflection limits required for a particular application. Each analyzer has very different operating characteristics, and the selection of an instrument involves important trade-offs. Analyzers are typically described as either continuous or pulsed. Continuous analyzers include quadrupole, filters, and magnetic sectors. They transmit a single selected M/Z to the detector, and the mass spectrum is obtained by scanning the analyzer so that different mass to charge ratio ions are detected and recorded. As I told you, analyzer is another very important component of a mass spectrometer, and various types of analyzers are in use in mass spectrometry, such as sector analyzer, quadrupole analyzer, quadrupole ion trap analyzer, time of flight analyzer, ion cyclotron resonance analyzer, and the latest technique available is the Orbitrap mass analyzer. I will be discussing all these analyzers in a little detail in subsequent. Sector analyzers. The first mass spectrometer built by J.J. Thomson in 1897 used a magnet to measure the M/Z values of an electron. The magnetic sector instruments have evolved from this same concept. Sector instruments have higher resolution and greater mass range than quadrupole instruments, which are very commonly used these days, but they require larger vacuum pumps and often scan more slowly. The typical mass range is to M/Z 5000, but this may be extended to M/Z 30,000. Magnetic sector instruments are often used in series with an electric sector described below for high resolution and tandem mass spectrometry experiments. A sector analyzer looks as it is shown in this particular figure. Ion source, which may be anything discussed in the previous module, enters into an analyzer which is surrounded by a magnetic field, and here the separation takes place as per the mass to charge ratio of various ions, and then these ions reach into the ion detector, which is finally recorded into a mass spectrum. The theory of sector analyzers. The ion source accelerates ions to a kinetic energy given by this particular formula, a very well-known formula, that is kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, which is equivalent to qv, where m is the mass of the ion, v is its velocity, q is the charge on the ion, and v is the applied voltage of an ion optics. The ions then enter the flight tube and are deflected by the magnetic field, which is B. Only ions of mass to charge ratio that have equal centripetal and centrifugal force pass through the flight tube. That is mv square, according to the equation, that is mv square by r, which is equal to bqv, where r is the radius of curvature of the analyzer. So mv square by r is equal to bqv. By rearranging this equation and eliminating the velocity term using the previous equation, r becomes equal to mv slash qb, which is equivalent to 1 oblique b 2v m by q to the power half. Therefore, m by q becomes equal to b square r square slash 2v. This equation shows that the m by q ratio of the ions that reach the detector can be varied by changing either the magnetic field B or the applied voltage of the ion optics, that is V. As I mentioned earlier, the magnetic sector instruments are generally also accompanied by an electrostatic sector, and we call them as double focusing sector analyzer. This is required to achieve better resolution. Like the magnetic sector, the electric sector applies a force perpendicular to the direction of ion motion and therefore has the form of an arc. A schematic representation of a double focusing mass spectrometer. For historical reasons, this is referred to as a reverse geometry magnetic sector mass spectrometer, which means that the magnetic sector precedes the electric sector. Here, a double focusing sector analyzer is shown. So you can see that there is a magnetic sector analyzer, there is an electrostatic sector analyzer, and both work together. Ions from the sample ionization chamber enter into the analyzer and then deflected and then reach to the detector for the mass spectrum recorded. I am sure by now you have understood the sector analyzer. Now, what are the benefits of sector analyzer? The double focusing magnetic sector mass analyzers are the classical models against which other mass analyzers are compared. The benefits of sector analyzers are that they are classical mass spectra. They give you the classical mass spectra which you can see and interpret easily. Very high reproducibility is there. Best quantitative performance of all mass spectrometer analyzers, and they have high resolution, so you can determine the accurate mass measurement. They have high sensitivity, they have high dynamic range, they can perform linked scan MSMS, which do not require another analyzer. High energy CID MSMS spectra are very reproducible and you can obtain good results under this. However, there are some limitations also, such as they are not well suited for pulsed ionization methods. For example, you have MALDI, which gives you pulse ionization, usually larger and higher cost than other mass analyzers. They are very costly equipment, and that is why gradually and slowly they are getting phased out and people are not going for sector analyzers if you talk of today. Linked scan MSMS gives either limited precursor selectivity with unit product ion resolution or unit precursor selection with poor product ion resolution. Coming to the applications of this analyzer, all organic MS analysis methods are covered under sector analysis. Any molecule can be analyzed which is organic. Accurate mass measurements can be performed. You can do quantitation of the compound, and also you can perform isotope ratio measurements by this technique. The second development in the analyzer is the quadrupole analyzer, which consists of 4 parallel rods of metal or electrodes. Opposite electrodes have potentials of the same sign. One set of opposite electrodes has applied potential of U plus V cos omega t. Other set has potential of U plus V cos omega t, where U is the DC voltage, V is the AC voltage, omega is the angular velocity of alternating voltage. A quadrupole analyzer, as I told you, 4 parallel rods are placed in a closed chamber and the ions from the ion source enter into the quadrupole, and passing through this quadrupole in a wave fashion they reach into the detector after getting separated as per the mass to charge ratio. The DC and AC voltages are applied which help in the resolution of the ions as per their mass to charge ratio. The quadrupole analyzers, as I told you, are the most commonly used analyzers in modern mass spectrometry. They have a lot of benefits, such as they are classical mass spectra they give with unit mass resolution. They give good reproducibility. They are relatively small and low cost systems. That is why they are available in plenty in most of the laboratories today. Low energy collision induced dissociation, that is CID, MS spectra in triple quadrupole and hybrid mass spectrometers have efficient conversion of precursor to product ions. They have also some limitations, such as limited resolution. As I told you, the resolution is unity, so you can distinguish between mass 421 and 422, but not in decimal places. The peak heights variable as a function of mass discrimination. Peak height versus mass response must be tuned in order to get the right type of spectrum. It is not well suited for pulsed ionization method. Low energy collision induced dissociation, that is CID-MS spectra in triple quadrupole and hybrid mass spectrometers depend strongly on the energy, the collision gas, the pressure applied and a lot of other factors. This particular technique has a wide application. Majority of benchtop GCMS and LCMS systems, as I told you, are today quadrupole based. Triple quadrupole MS system is also very commonly used, and they give a lot of good information related to precursor ion, product ion, neutral loss, and so on. The sector quadrupole hybrid MS system is also available. That means that the quadrupoles can be coupled to all other type of analyzers, such as QTOF is available, Q sector instruments are available, so they can be coupled and can be exploited for getting more and more better information. The third type of analyzer is the quadrupole ion trap analyzer. It's almost the same as the quadrupole analyzer, and that is why it is called quadrupole ion trap analyzer. But here the basic principle is that the ions are trapped by applying radio frequency on the ring electrode and end caps. As a result, these ions are scanned out of the trap by M by Z as the base mass voltage is increased over a period of time. This is accomplished by maintaining in the trap a pressure of helium gas which removes excess energy from the ions by collision. The name implies that here the ions are trapped for a particular period. Of course, it is not a long period, it is still milliseconds, but it will be trapped and you can go on playing with the ions, and that is the reason why you are capable of recording ms to the power n, that is ms, which is not possible in quadrupole or sector analyzers. This slide shows the schematic arrangement of the quadrupole ion trap analyzer. So as you can see, ions enter from the ion source into the analyzer, and there is a Faraday cup which actually retains the ions formed and entering from the ion source, and you can use them, you can exploit this Faraday cup for making MS experiments by applying voltage, AC and DC voltages. The benefits, limitations and applications of quadrupole ion trap analyzer. The benefits are that it has high sensitivity, it can perform multi-stage mass spectrometry, which we write generally ms to the power n. This is a very important benefit of ion trap mass spectrometry, and it is absent in other analyzers. As I told you earlier, it is because the ions are trapped into a Faraday cup and you can go on playing with the ions formed there to record their ms spectrum. This is particularly useful in structure elucidation of the compounds, as you can get the precursor ion and product ions of the molecule. It is a compact mass analyzer. It, however, has some limitations which are listed here. It has poor quantification, so if you want to do quantitation, maybe you have to go to other mass analyzers. It has very poor dynamic range. The ion molecule reactions are there, a lot of reactions are there because the ions reside there for a longer time, so a lot of ion molecule reactions take place. The collision energy is not well defined in CID MS mode. This technique has been applied for various purposes: benchtop GCMS, LCMS and MSMS systems. So you can couple it to GC or HPLC. Target compound screening can be performed by using SRM or multiple reaction monitoring, that is MRM. The ion chemistry also can be studied. Again, I am saying because the ions reside there for a longer period of time. I am going to discuss the time of flight mass analyzer. A time of flight mass spectrometer or analyzer measures the mass dependent time it takes ions of different masses or mass to charge ratio to move from the ion source to the detector. This requires that the starting time, that is the time at which the ions leave the ion source, is well defined. Therefore, ions are either formed by a pulsed ionization method, usually matrix assisted laser desorption ionization, or various kind of rapid electric field switching are used as a gate to release the ions from the ion source in a very short time. A time of flight analyzer is shown in this particular figure. Here you can see that emitter is there, pulsing is taking place, and then focusing of ions takes place, and then finally it reaches into the plate, that is electron flood gun, and then it is transmitted to the analyzer, TOF analyzer, or TOF reflectron also we call, and then you get the image and the spectral analysis is performed by using TOF analyzer. The benefits, limitations and applications of TOF analyzer, that is time of flight analyzer. The main benefits of this particular technique is that it is one of the fastest mass analyzer. It is well suited for pulsed ionization methods, that is method of choice for majority of MALDI mass spectrometer system, and that is why I told you that it is coupled to a MALDI ion source. High ion transmission is there. MSMS information from post source decay can be obtained very well, and it has highest practical mass range of all MS analyzers. It has also some limitations. It requires pulsed ionization method or ion beam switching, that is duty cycle is a factor. It is a fast digitizer used in TOF can have limited dynamic range. Then the third limitation is that limited precursor ion selectivity for most MSMS experiments. So it is not a very good analyzer for conducting MSMS experiments. So far as applications are concerned, almost all MALDI systems used TOF. So whatsoever is the capability of MALDI, I have told you, is the capability of TOF analyzer also. So you can analyze a variety of molecules such as proteins, peptides and other biomolecules by using TOF analyzer. It's a very fast GCMS system. That is another advantage which has been exploited for the applications of TOF for various types of analysis by GCMS system. The next in the line of analyzers is the ion cyclotron resonance analyzer, depicted as ICR. Here the ions move in a circular path in a magnetic field. The cyclotron frequency of the ions is in circular motion, is mass dependent. The frequency of the cyclotron gyration of an ion is inversely proportional to its mass to charge ratio, that is m by q, and directly proportional to the strength of the applied magnetic field, which is denoted as B. This slide shows the schematic diagram of an FT-ICR MS instrument, that is Fourier transform ion cyclotron resonance mass spectrometry instrument. So you can see that here the ion optics are arranged in such a way that the ion source emits the ions into the analyzer, and then they get separated into various m by z as per m by z and enter into the FT-ICR cell, which then separates them as per their time of flight, and then they are detected accordingly into the detector of a mass spectrometer. Actually, FT-ICR is classified as, or is known as, new dimensions of high performance mass spectrometry. It has given opportunity to the mass spectrometrist to enter into the new generation of mass spectrometers. Ions here are trapped and oscillate with low incoherent thermal amplitude. The excitation sweeps resonant ions into a large coherent cyclotron orbit. and preamplifier and digitizer pick them up, the induced potentials on the cell. The ion cyclotron resonance analyzer used in mass spectrometry has lots of benefits or advantages. It is the highest recorded mass resolution of all mass spectrometers. It has powerful capabilities for ion chemistry and MSMS experiments. It is very well suited for use with pulsed ionization methods such as MALDI, and as I told you earlier also that MALDI ionization technique uses TOF as analyzer most of the time. Non-destructive ion detection is available here, and because of that you can remeasure the ions. Further, stable mass calibration in superconducting magnet FTICR system can be used very successfully. It has limitations also, such as it has limited dynamic range, strict low pressure requirements mandate an external source for most analytical applications, and it is also subject to space charge effects and ion molecule reactions. Further, the artifacts such as harmonics and sidebands are present in the mass spectra, which makes the things quite complicated. Many parameters such as excitation, trapping, detection, conditions, they comprise the experiment and again make the things complicated. The sequence that defines the quality of the mass spectrum is very peculiar, and one has to have a good knowledge of the technique in order to interpret the spectrum. Generally, low energy CID spectrum depends on collision energy, collision gas and lot of other parameters. So, that is also a sort of limitation with this particular technique. The technique has been applied to a variety of applications because of the ion chemistry. You can read the ion chemistry, you can understand the ion chemistry of the molecule. It has high resolution MALDI and electrospray experiments for high mass analytes. Then laser desorption for materials and surface characterization can be done by using the ICR technique. The latest technology that is available in mass analyzer, starting with sector analyzer, today we have the latest technology which is called Orbitrap mass analyzer. Orbitrap is the registered trademark for an ion trap mass analyzer consisting of an outer barrel-like electrode and a coaxial inner spindle-like electrode that traps ions in an orbital motion around the spindle. The image current from the trapped ions is detected and converted to a mass spectrum using the Fourier transform of the frequency signal. In the Orbitrap, ions are trapped because their electrostatic attraction to the inner electrode is balanced by their inertia. Thus, ions cycle around the inner electrode on elliptical trajectories. In addition, the ions also move back and forth along the axis of the central electrode so that their trajectories in space resemble helix. Schematic diagram of Orbitrap mass analyzer. You can see that the ions enter into the Orbitrap mass analyzer from an ion source and they get separated. The C trap is there, which is an ion packet, and the ions are released into the Orbitrap analyzer and they are amplified and recorded in a detector to give a spectrum. As I told you, Orbitrap is the latest development in the mass spectrometry analyzer technology. It has a lot of important features which are not there in other analyzers. It gives you high resolution, which means you can carry out the accurate mass measurement by using an Orbitrap analyzer. You can do quantification of your analyte. It has a very high scan speed. The spectral multiplexing capabilities are available, so you can record multiple spectrum by using Orbitrap mass spectrometer, and it has compatibility with fast chromatographic techniques. Actually, HPLC and even the latest technologies that UPLC can be coupled to an Orbitrap mass spectrometer, and you can also have hybrid mass spectrometer with Orbitrap, such as quadrupole and Orbitrap. You can combine to get the new technologies also. Here I have penned down the applications of an Orbitrap mass spectrometry, which has been successfully employed for the analysis of proteins, metabolites, lipids, pharmaceuticals and biopharmaceuticals, clinical research, dope testing, environmental analysis, and residue screening for food safety. So you can see that the application is quite versatile and it can be used in quite a lot of areas of research as well as routine analysis by mass spectrometrists. So students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this particular module. Depending upon the nature of sample and application, a wide variety of mass analyzers are available and you can use them according to the type of analysis that you want, the type of the molecule that you are going to analyze or analyte. All analyzers separate the ions as per their m by z value or their mass to charge ratio. In some cases, you obtain only the molecular ion information. In others, you may get a lot of fragmentation. In those cases where you get only the molecular ion information or the molecular weight information, you can go further for MSMS, or in some analyzers there is a technology available which is called collisionally induced dissociation, such as in electrospray ionization. Even without that, you can do the CID and get some distinguished fragment ions or some characteristic fragment ions of the molecule. This particular analyzers can be used for both qualitative as well as quantitative analysis. So friends, that is the summary of the technology, analyzer technology that is available with us for use in mass spectrometry. Thank you very much.